Alright, I did some counting. Okay, I wanted to see how many lines of Genesis 1. It actually goes into Genesis 2. Genesis 2 verse 2 is where, it says finally, and on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from his work which he had made. It's pretty redundant. Anyways, 22. So I counted the lines, okay, and this space right here counts as a line, okay, so they have 63 lines and 63 lines. It ends on the it ends on the 53rd line of 63. So I did some math, okay, because math is, adding is fun. So forget about this stuff, this comes later. So 53 plus 63 over 126 combined, okay, is 0.9206349206, okay? Meh, doesn't really yell and scream anything crazy at me, okay? But then I said, okay, what about 53 divided by 63? And I got 0.8412698413. Okay, and I broke it into little phonetics like this, and I was like, okay, you have a 1 by 1, you have a 1 by 1, you have a 1 by 2, you have a 1 by 2, you have 1 by 4. Makes sense to me. So I thought this number is very interesting because when I do 6 divided by 7, I get 0.57. 0.57. So I have 0.8412 and 0.857. So I'm like, they're pretty close. Let's see if I can incorporate my plus ones to this number to boost it to this number. And you know what I found out? It's exactly what it does. So let's start with just the 0, okay? And you're going to plus 1 to the 0, okay? You're going to plus the 1 to the 0, which I think is going to create the dot in the one-dimensional line, which is a circle. And that one-dimensional line is the tip of a 0 going in and out of the page. It's basically 3 circles, but it's like a circle singularity in the circle from this point of view. Okay. The right side of the equation, or the 1, is a sideways point of view circle for an 8 rotated 90 degrees, or a depiction of 0.8. So, yeah, there you go. 0.8. Cool. So now, we're going to pull in our 4, but it's a circled 4. And we got to plus our 1 by 1, so we're going to go 0.85. Over here we got 0.85. So like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now over here, we're going to look at, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to do this. Over here we're going to bring down our 1 and a 2 at the same time. Okay? Our 12, we're going to bring our 1 and 2 down at the same time. But we know that that equals 3, and you're going to have self, galaxy, and a universe circle. 3. And your plus 1. 7. 7. And then you're pulling your 69, and then you're going to understand, okay, well, because it's 69, and that's a powerful number, I'm not going to do the same thing I did up here. Your 6 is going to be a 7, your 9 is going to be a 10 because of balance of duality, which is a 1 and a 0, which is a 2. 9 balanced 2, so you're going to have a complete 7 and a balanced 9, or 2, 29, 9 becomes a 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Oh, that's for this. Okay. 0.5714. 0.5714. And then we're going to add the 8413. Okay, and the 8413, if we just plus 1 everything, you get 9524. That to me looks like a 9 V to a 6. Or a 9 V to a 6 is like a 96 divided by 1, 2, 3. Because the top of the V is the 9, the top of the V is the 6, and the bottom is a dot that's multiplying, or combining the number. And there's 3 elements, but you have to subtract the V itself, because you don't want the V part of your equation. So you subtract the V. So you get, oh dog, you get essentially 32, 96 divided by 3, XYZ magnets divided by 96 magnets divided by XYZ is 32, but it's circled still. I didn't get rid of my circle. And you're just subtracting a 5, which is a circled 4, so now they're in the same units. You can subtract and you get a difference of 28. And then look, 571. 28, 857, 1. 8571. It's like it repeats. So it's like, okay, does it repeat? And it does. 857, 14, 28. 857, 14, 28. Probably, I don't have a calculator that goes far enough. So I thought that was pretty interesting, how I was able to plus one page of the Bible, of Genesis 1, to the other half of the first page of the Bible of Genesis 1. And I got these all numbers, okay? Like, they're the same. Like, up to here, okay? So then, let's keep going, right? Because I ran out of numbers here to decode, but, like, let's just look at what's going on here. So I decided, I was looking at this, and I was looking at the 8413, and I was looking at this, and I said 8413 is pretty close to that, but not quite. That would be too much. So how do we make it less? So I thought about a scheme where the 0th dimensional and the 1 dimensional side get subtracted, and these get added as hundreds and thousands. So I came up with this equation out of nowhere. 6436 plus 2100 minus 43 plus 700 minus 12 plus 200 minus 35 minus 76, and I got 9,270. When I got to here, I remembered back here, and I said, that's really close. Okay, so then I started to look at what's going on over here. So, up to the 6. Because you need like a plus 1, you need the 6 and 0 reverse kind of thing. You have a 34, 9, 206. You have a 34, 9, 26. I'm going to go, well, I get 69. Okay, so that's basically like saying 9206, that shit, which is 920669, which I believe will be 920696. And because 6 is a 7, or it's a new plus 1, it's a new cell. It's a new cell, which is a new 1. You have to become the 1. 69 plus 1 is 70. You know? I don't know about that 0. Maybe that 0 goes away because you're adding the plus 1 and it goes away. So 92, 70. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. But then I thought something else. Okay, 9270, what is the difference between 9270 and the value I want? So I subtracted this number from that number, and I got that. The 857 that repeats is what I got the difference between these cells and this number from here. Okay? Now that's crazy. I'm so sorry. Just really... Well, let's see if I can get it all. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I think this is interesting. The fact that there's 45 cells that add up to that number. And the cells add up to this number and this number. Anyway. Yeah, you can just tell yourself that I'm making it up as I go to make it work. But I just find it, I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And it's interesting. Anyways, what else am I doing? I'm doing this. I'm going to try to build a patron account, and I was reading it like this, and yeah, guy. So, like, I'm sitting here looking at this. Yeah. Cheers. And I'm looking at this. And I'm doing math and telling stories. And I think I'm connecting a lot of dots with one-dimensional lines. Okay, first question. All of mankind. Developing cellular energy working model. And keeping the bills of life at bay as I do this. Immediately. It'll fix my life, and hopefully one day the world's life. I will be so grateful that my house will eventually be something comparable to Xavier's mansion, where people can visit. I just want to teach. I want to teach now. I want to teach what I found so that other people can think and for themselves and tell me whether or not I am literally crazy. But, yeah. Little Wayne, 6'7", okay. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Oh, I know what that means. It's like a 1x6 and a 1x7, creating a 13 or a 42. Or a 14 and a 42. Anyway. Look at all this stuff. Choosing up the 7. For us a child is born, to us a son. So the Lord said, I will wipe from my anus warnings against folly. I will take you as my own people, and I do not be anxious about anything, but anything you say after but. Wickedness in the world, when human. Ah. Anyway. Yeah, I decoded the numbers of pages that it takes for you to understand 7 days of creation in the Bible. And it means these numbers, which are synchronistic to this number, which is my hypothesis of how filled this cell of the firmaments in heaven have to be filled as a cup to the eyeball iris part, where the lens is the air and this are the waters separated from the waters, which is a container to catch the drippings from where the axles are coming into the container of water before the eddy currents are strong enough to push the water away, so they stop dripping down into the lower container to be pumped and recycled back into the bubble itself in a closed-looped vacuum system of cellular energy. Or Pluton would be the construction bits needed to hold the second pivot point or bearing for the axle going to the epicenter black hole of heaven, and your 6 faces and 8 vertices with rotating magnets at 23.4 degrees in a sphere that is made out of 3D printed black plastic resin shit. So it'll be very dark in there, but you have to actually drill a hole, I think, at, like 23.4 and 23.4 degrees so the light can enter, literally. Because the Bible tells me so, okay? I found in the first 0.857 pages of this book, I found this number sequence. And the first 9 quadrant of the Bible, I found a detailed description of when you're done constructing this, how to turn it on. You gotta put water in it, because it's gotta be like Pluton, Neptune, and way at the top, in the capstone, will be your anus. Air. The lens of the eye of your alien spaceship. That should be on the top portion. Or inside, inside the cell. You live on the inside walls of the beach ball. You breathe the gas that's in the middle there, and the waters come from everything around you. Wow. Anyway, so I broke the Bible, and I'm like doing crazy math about the Bible, and I'm thinking about opening a GoFundMe. So let me know if you think that this is a good idea for mankind. And America. Is it good for America? Batman says yes.